Good morning. I am here planning in my Laurel Denise, the Anne. So Laurel Denise just changed all of their naming scheme on their planners. So this used to be called a standard sized vertical column, but now it's called the Anne. So I have been using this all year. I really do like this planner, and it's kind of, excuse me, I'm working out if I like this one better or the book bound, the Christie, better. So I figured since I'm working it out, I hadn't decorated this one for September yet, and I would decorate it on camera just because this will be a long video, guaranteed. Decorating this planner always takes a very long time. So I do clip out the weekly pages in here. So on the coil, you can put a pair of small scissors between the little coil markers and snip out the pages really, really easily. So I've done that with all of the weekly pages, half weekly pages, for all of the months at the beginning of the year. And realistically, I have only like 1 or 2 months of the half pages in here. Makes it easier to write on. Pretty easy to snap them back in, just like a disc bound planner or something like that. I'm going to keep these out for now because I'm going to put some washi on to make this a block schedule. But I just wanted to kind of explain that I am using Planner Kate Kit 740 for the planner. I did get this page, which I don't normally get because I really liked this washi for the bottom of the weeks. And so I wanted to get this page. I don't know if I'm going to use these headers. I might, just because I have them and I don't really like to waste stickers, but we shall see. My daughter is starting kindergarten this year, so it's kind of like a back to school thing. She's been in preschool for a few years, but I'm pretty excited for kindergarten. I do also have the Laurel Denise pop-up planner, which is called, hold please, the Joe, like kind of like Little Women's, the Joe. And I used some of the little deco already on that planner. I do that planner pretty far out because it's the one that we have in our kitchen, and we need that. So anyway, that's why these stickers are missing. The first thing that I always do on this planner is set up my weekly washi. I use like kind of a block schedule, and so I'm gonna do that. I'm kind of looking at the colors of these just in case I do want to use these up here, which color I would do. I might start with this one. So yeah, block schedule. I'm gonna flip it over because the first half of the first week is bound. I don't clip out the monthly pages. It's just not necessary for what I'm doing. I split this one in about half. Use half of this to be my cleaning schedule and half to be the weather for the day. So usually I put what I'm cleaning that day up here, the weather down here. I add in cat fur. I add in this line here to kind of block off that weather schedule. Then I take, did I do 4 lines last time? I think I've been doing 4, yeah. I do 4 lines in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Which blocks off my daughter. This little section is for my husband. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. This little section is for me. So turn it back around. I've got cleaning schedule, weather, our daughter, my husband, me, and then to-dos, and then I usually put the washi down here. So I'm going to do all of that on the other pages of the week, and I change the color of washi each week, and I will speed you up for this part. Okay, so that part is set up. Grab my pen. I think I don't normally do it on this side. I just do it on this side. So I'm going to write what the things are. That way I know what they are. Even though I've been doing this order for the entire year, I still like to have it. And it's easy enough to write 4 times. Handwriting's failing. Perfect. So then, after you clip them out, and if you buy like inserts from Laurel Denise, this is how it'd be too. You just kind of pop them back in. So, there we are. Alrighty, now I've got a lot of the base work done. Well, I have the time-consuming piece done. Putting on numbers is also time-consuming, but not terrible. I'm gonna start with this banner sticker. So I am, as I mentioned, my daughter is starting kindergarten this year. So exciting. We have gotten our first like newsletter about when Meet the Teacher Night is gonna be and stuff. So it's getting real. I don't know, we might miss her second day. So my mom's birthday is usually the week after Labor Day. It's late enough in the month that it never can be the weekend of Labor Day. And we were planning on going to the Oregon coast. We were planning on going on the Oregon coast. I think going down on this day and coming back this day. And the first day of school is either Wednesday or Thursday. We are early in the alphabet, and I was told that we would probably be there on Wednesday. And then the other group goes on Thursday, and then everyone goes on Friday. And I was like, well, so I don't know if we're going to end up going to school on Friday or we'll come up with another plan, but Wednesday is better for us, for her actual first day of school. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gonna do the date dots now. I'm gonna try to talk the whole way, but if I kind of feel like I'm rambling or it feels like it's going on too long, then I will speed this up and mute it. So, fair warning. I am loving the month of September, starting on a Monday, the 1st. It's very nice. I don't know where I'm going to put my Hello September sticker now, though, because I usually put it in the blank spot right before the month starts. So, who knows what I'll do. I know a lot of people think that date dots are kind of time consuming and all that, and they are, but they're not worth it. I mean, you don't have to do it. I think they're worth it, but not a lot of people do. I like having the extra fun color and stuff like that, so. But you don't have to do date dots. I think it's Happy Place Planning. She uses the dots that come for the actual calendar. She does not redate her monthlies, but she uses these dots in the sidebar of her planner to kind of indicate birthdays or stuff like that, anniversaries, which is another good way of using them. But it's really great for if you either like the deco or you're in an undated planner. Obviously you would need date dots. So I'm very happy that they're included. I don't even know all of our plans for September. I have a lot of plans. I know what a lot of our stuff is, but I'm waiting to hear back from like a local swim club to see if my daughter would be maybe joining that. And I think practices start with that either probably this week, the week after Labor Day. So we go back to school the week of Labor Day. Obviously kindergarten starts here. I think high school and middle school start here on the 2nd, but I'm not positive. Oh wait, maybe high school starts on the 2nd, but middle school and elementary start on the 3rd. I'm not. You can't know it all. I used to work for our school district in the payroll department, so I did used to know that, because it did matter on teachers' like contracts on when it was students in class and when it wasn't. So, but for this, not that big of a deal. So yeah, we start school the first week of September and we get out of school usually mid-June here in Oregon. Usually I don't forget to do this in, that's okay. I didn't write my paydays on there. I'm getting paid on the 8th and the 22nd. So that means that I did not get paid on the 29th, so I will get paid on the 5th. I have a full-time job. I work in payroll for a management company of like elderly care homes. So I tend to remember to put my dates on correctly. October is our 3-check month, which is fun. I also have like a payday distribution on the 1st, which I will do. And the way that distribution works, I don't think I just put it on the 1st because that's going to be the easiest. I don't really care if it actually comes in on the 2nd. Like, that's not that big of a deal. I feel like I talked really quietly. Sorry. It's early in the morning. Everyone's asleep, and I was talking quietly. Sorry about that. And then my husband gets paid on the other days of the week than I do, and he makes one transfer to our main bank account. So I'm going to put a payday sticker for when he's going to do his transfer to our main bank account. 26th. And then I also have a part-time job that I work on Mondays. So I get paid on the Wednesdays. I'll be paid for the 1st on the 10th. It's very nice to have multiple paydays in a month. It's makes me happy. I'm gonna do no school down here, and I can always move that to the 3rd if she ends up going on the Thursday, but I'm pretty sure she'll go on Wednesday. We're at alphabet letter B for our last name, so I think I want it there, but I'm gonna hold off for just a second. I'm pretty certain that she will be on the 3rd, not the 2nd. I think I'm gonna put this one, oh, got the little extra piece. I think I'm gonna put this one down here because it's fun to block off the part of the calendar that is October. Holy cow. October. Oh, that reminds me of something. In my October calendar, I want to write on here that we're probably going to do we go to the pumpkin patch one day with some friends of ours, and we've been going since before we each had kids, and now we each have one child. And I was talking to my friend yesterday, and she's like, oh, I probably can't do the first weekend because of some other stuff going on. And so we were like, okay, well, let's tentatively plan for the second weekend. We've gone when it's been super hot. We've gone when it's been super cold. So, but it's a really fun pumpkin patch, and there's like a corn maze with it, and all the farm games and pony rides and all of that stuff. So I'll put Patriot Day actually in there, and then I don't have it on this calendar. Hold on. I need to know. Autumn starts at 11:19 a.m. for me on the 22nd. Rosh Hashanah. Perfect. Okay. Not much. I'm glad there's this red now because there's not a lot of colors here. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the this stripey washi in for this weekend. Yeah, the 4th. If plans end up changing, that's fine. At least I'll know when my mom's going to be on the coast, which is always good. Oh, gosh. Problem with putting all the date dots down is when you try to slide off your washi cutter, it hits them. All right, so I'm going to write no school on this day. And I'm going to do... Let's do one of the red ones on here. Perfect. And I'm gonna write, I'll write the name of the actual city that we're going in, not the Oregon coast, and I'll do that afterwards. But before the month gets here, because it's kind of a small town, and yeah, I don't know, telling people where you're going beforehand feels weird. Gonna add a little sticker here, a little car to indicate a road trip, which is good. Okay, we've got 5 Mondays. And oh my goodness. That one is the 25th is a recycle week, so that means Monday the 1st is going to be a garbage can week. Oh, I forgot my to-do stickers. Are they in here? Yeah. So the other thing I like to do on these is add a to-do sticker to each day. I will probably go in and do those after the fact, but I do add all these to-do stickers off at the very top. So there you go there. So that way I know what I start with, which is, you know, fun. I want to figure out what I want in the monthly versus the weekly. So we've got ballet starting this day. I'm going to do a big one for that. Orange. $4 p.m. Yeah. So my daughter, this is going to be her 3rd year in ballet. She used to, I mean, for the past 2 years, she's been at like 4:15, 4 o'clock on Mondays. So switching to Tuesdays is going to be hard for me to remember. So then that one needs definitely a ballet start. I think I want to add onto here, onto the monthly. But these ones are so big. My football schedule. I am a Niner fan. Oh, do I want it on a sticker or do I want it? I want it on a sticker. We are Niners fans. So I like to make sure I track football. This is at Seattle, and we've got a 105. There's that part. We are on that one. At NOLA. At 10 a.m. game. So I live on the West Coast, so sporting events are nice and early for us, which is really, really helpful to not have super late nights or anything like that. I'm not really, I don't understand how you guys out on the East Coast stay up so late. Arizona, and it's a 125 game, because I always think it's like, wow, how do you even handle this? My mom, we used to live in Hawaii, and so we had a number of Super Bowls that were really early in the morning because Hawaii is, 3 hours ahead. And she's like, God, it was so great. You could just got all your yayas out and you knew it. You woke up and immediately went to start doing things. So the West Coast is pretty good anyway. So, and we got Jaguars at home on the 28th. All right, there's that schedule, which is good. Some coffee. I'm gonna add a sticky note. I don't need it as a sticker because it's just not really necessary to have it permanently in my planner, but I like to note it. My husband has a 6-week rotating shift change. Like they rotate their schedule every 6 weeks. So that should be starting on the 7th, and then we'll probably know the week before, the last week of August, what the new rotation is. Right now he's on Wednesday to Saturday. So he'll either probably get, oh, he's like working all of these days. Interesting. Oh well, that's for his problem. He'll either get Sunday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Saturday. Some people do a Monday to Thursday, but very few. So there's that part. I'm gonna have my part-time job on Monday. She'll have ballet on Tuesdays. Those go all the time. I don't need to write them. I'm gonna do a big, like, fun first day of school sticker. Because of course, gotta get her pictures taken. We always take the same picture in front of our door, which is very fun. I've got a birthday. Let's see if I can get the balloon as well. That's good. Perfect. And my husband has an appointment this day. I think I'm not going to write it on here. What I'll probably do is write it in like his section on the next week, which I guess it is. Well, I don't know what his schedule is. So what I normally do with my husband's work schedule is I add one of these, either these little flaggy guys or the dotted ones, into the days that he actually works. And then I write what his hours are, like if he's brewing or not there. And so I don't know if he'll be working on Tuesday the 9th anyway. Maybe I'll do something kind of new. Let's do that. Let's do a green guy on this blue guy and follow up. So my husband is not a planner, like a paper planner person. He just never has been. He's not really into that sort of thing, which is fine. And he got us onto this like phone app. It's called Cozy, and it's a really great app actually. So we can use it for our grocery list, and I can have him go pick up stuff at the grocery store, not a problem. We use it for our calendar, and it has a lot of stuff in it. But I need it also written down. So it's very, I mean, you know how it is if you're a paper planner person and everybody else in your household is not. It is complicated. So I think I'm going to do a no school. No, I don't want to. Okay, the only other thing is he has a gig on the 26th. I don't know anything else about it right now, so let's do a green one. I don't know where it is, how long it is, or anything like that, but I'm going to put that down there. I don't know what his rehearsal schedule is looking like yet. I would assume they are starting symphony rehearsals either this day or this day, and they're probably starting the symphonic winds rehearsals probably the 18th, probably the 4th, because I don't know if they're going to do it this day. And there's usually like the symphonic rehearsals start a day early, like a week earlier than the symphony. So maybe the symphony starts the 22nd and symphonic will start the 18th. I don't have that schedule yet. He's going to be in both of them. I think he's not going to do the Wednesday band for a few reasons, but mainly the one is he doesn't like having rehearsals 4 days a week, and he's like, well, I really like doing that band, but I don't like the rehearsals for it because they're super long. There's a lot of people involved, and he feels like a lot of it is just like a lot going on. Okay, so I'm also part of a Patreon that has like Zooms on Tuesdays. She does 3 Zooms throughout the week, throughout the month. So I don't know when the Zooms are going to be. I would assume either 2nd, 9th, and 16th, 2nd, 9th, and 23rd, but there's too many to choose from. So leaving that as is. And I'm going to put a big box here because I want to, and I'm excited for it. I'm going to do a yellow one. Omit B. What is it, season 6? I think it's season 6. So yeah, Only Murders in the Building comes back on the 9th. So we usually watch it on Monday night after I get back from my part-time job. Because again, we live on the West Coast, so it's available at 9 p.m. for us. Alrighty, so the next thing I want to do is get all of the washi down. This feels really, really empty, and I don't know why. Let me see if I can get into Cozy on the computer. He has a gig in our calendar for this day. I wonder if that's true. I'm gonna go with it is. Oh, which color? Which color? We'll do this one. I have it at a brewery, it looks like. Which is good, which is fun. It's a brewery that I enjoy, so I would like to go to that one. Gonna use my Lamoire de Pouf little trombones here for the gigs, because they're too cute not to use. I'm gonna actually go over it, and then I'll know that means there's a gig. I'm gonna use this cute little backpack maybe, or I'm gonna use one of these guys. Okay, wonder which one. I want to do this one. Actually, I don't. I want to do the little apple. There we go. And then I'll do a back to school on that guy. Okay. All right. So next up, yeah, that's good. I want to do the washi down here at the bottom. And I think the first one I'm going to do is the apples. And I think, yeah, I always forget if you go to here or to there, but it is just this one. Oopsies. Apples. Apples. So I don't really know what is going to be going on in school. I mean, she's been in Montessori preschool for 3 years, and being in the private setting is, you know, a ton of fun, really expensive, but I knew what to expect because, you know, you just do. You go there for a meet and greet of people, you start it all up, and I'm just, there was only 10 kids in her class, and so I just don't know what to kind of expect with our public system. Now, my husband and I both went to school in our public school system here. Like, I'm not like concerned or anything like that, but I'm just like, oof, 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 okay. It's going to be a new schedule. It's going to be a lot of different changes. Like I think we can drop her off at 7:30, but we have to pick her up at like 2:10, which is, I don't know how anybody works a job. Thankfully, my job is super flexible, so I'll be able to drop her off at 7:30. I'll be able to pick her up at 2:10 most days, and then since my husband usually doesn't work 2 weekdays of the week, he can do those days. Wednesdays are always early release except for this first day. You pick them up at 12, I think. So it's like, realistically, it's only 1 or 2 days a week that it's gonna be me leaving early, but it's still just so weird to kind of think about on how to handle it. So I don't know, there's a lot of unknowns, and I think her meet the teacher is the night of the 28th. Yeah, meet the teacher is August 28th from like 4:30 to 6 for like a drop-in thing. So, you know, that's that. I'm wanting to know if I want to do these. I don't really like this type of like brush lettering cursive, and much like the typeface here. If I did do this, I would do this color though. So let's see how I like it. I mean, I don't not like it. It's always a ringing endorsement, right? Oh, I don't hate it. Okay. Sorry for my head. Get to see all my grays. I have a lot of gray, but I'm not like fully gray yet. And so I don't want to deal with paying for dyeing my hair. I don't even go to the hairdresser very often. I go maybe like once a year to try to get it cut. I can cut my own bangs, that's fine. And so I'm like, I don't want to start dyeing my hair now because then I have to keep it up. So I just live with like the salt and pepper look. I'm basically like George Clooney. That's a joke in case you didn't know. Okay. I mean, if I have these, I may as well use them, right? May as well use them. Well, that went over a little bit. I'm just going to trim that. I'm going to trim it right now while I'm thinking about it. So I got this back to school kit in like everything. I got the weekly version of it for my book bound one. I got the monthly for this planner. I got the monthly for the pop-up planner. I love this kit. I think it is so cute. I really, really wish that the chalkboard washi was for this kit. I was kind of sad that it wasn't, but oh well, can't do it. I think they have school that day. I don't think they have that day off. I will double check that because I just thought of the fact that that's Patriot Day, but I think they go to school. Because I added all of our school holidays into our digital calendar. I added it to my like the planning pages on here, like in the front of the planner. I added them to the back of the planner for the next year. So I'm trying to stay on top of it. But okay. Then which one do I want to do? I think I'm going to do the red, because that's fun. Oh, but I do like the orange. Wait, which one am I going to do on the next page for the next week? I think I'll do the orange on that one, do the red on this one. Okay, 15th. Jeez Louise. So are you guys excited for back to school for your kids? Are any of you guys going back to school, or like teachers or anything like that? Back to school was always my favorite time as a kid. We would, do our back to school shopping, and my sister and I would set up in our entryway that we never really used that door. The house that we lived in had like a man door off the kitchen, which also led to the front of the house. And so anybody who knew us knew that you didn't go to our actual front door, you went to the man door off the kitchen. And so my sister and I would set up in the front entryway hallway, and we would pretend to be teachers, and we would teach each other things, and it was so much fun. My kid, we don't have to buy her any like school supplies. School supplies and lunches are all supplied in our school district through our property taxes, which is awesome. I love supporting that. We have, we're a really big tourist town, and like the average cost of a home here is like $900,000, almost $900,000. It's insane. And the bulk of the houses selling lately are all over $1 million. Like, we have plenty of money in our town to be able to support our school district through our taxes. And I love that we do that, because we have a lot of people who, don't really have the means, because in a tourist town, you have a lot of people who do the lower wage jobs. And so I really do appreciate that that's all funded. So I'm going to make sure to ask the teacher night, is there anything, that isn't funded by the school district that we can get, or anything like that, because I just want everyone in my daughter's class to succeed. And her school is in an area that it's going to have a wide array of socioeconomic, sorry, the pages are all crazy. Socioeconomic background. It's a substantial difference between some of the houses, even, on the street that we live on. So sorry about that. I am back. My camera angle may have changed a little bit. I am sorry for that. I don't exactly know where I was, but I had pulled out this STK 162, which is like an array of school words. So I'm gonna add first day onto Wednesday the 3rd, but I want it back with a color because it'll just be fun. So there we go, there's that. I don't know what other stuff. I probably will do the open house on Meet the Teacher, unless there is a Meet the Teacher. Anyway, so I like that sheet. Alrighty. The third, new rotation, all of that stuff. Got omit B in. I don't actually have a lot else to do on the functional side of things, and this dashboard page has given me problems for a while. I don't really track much else in a planner other than what can go truly on a calendar. And so I just don't know really what else to do. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder if I can get 7 colors. So I definitely want 1 and 2. Those are perfect. 5, 6, 7. Here's number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my number 6? I have like all my pens in here because I like to have stuff with me to use. Number 5, I definitely want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think what I'm going to do is probably use 4. I think I'll use 4. Okay. I like swatching stuff because then I kind of know how things can be. Oh, I don't think my light's on. Hold on. There we go. Now it's brighter. Sorry about that. I don't really have habit tracking. For me is kind of an interesting game to play. I can do it, sure, but I don't really need to a lot of the time. So I kind of treat it like things that I just want to know about. Like I track when I do the cat box, even though I want to do it every day, I don't always do it every day. And so it's a good thing to kind of just keep track of. I track when I get my car washed. Again, just kind of a good thing to keep track of. So, you know, like track if I do Duolingo, if I made lunch for work, stuff like that. So I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with habit trackers. Okay, next up, I want to do, definitely need the deco. Kind of wondering if I want to do anything with this. I think that might be fun to take this guy. Let's do it this way. And use it as like a thick washi at the bottom of this page. Oh, those actually flow together. That's why that's a good way to do it. Whoa. So let's go there, and then something to do whenever I use like most of a sheet. I like to trim it down just because I don't need to have the whole sheet with me. I just want to have those. And once I might move these onto like here or something like that. So I have that. I think what I want to do, last month, it's kind of going well, or this month, I guess, September. I like doing favorites of like things that I'm, you know, enjoying, a favorite experience, a favorite moment, stuff like that. I kind of like doing favorites. It's pretty fun. But I don't know what I just don't know what to put here. I don't know. I have watched like all of the Laurel Denise videos, like 20, you know, all the lists that you need in your planner type stuff. And none of them really resonate with me all that much. And so it's, you know, it's hard. I should have started with my star. Oh well. It's hard to try to figure out what you want to do. But this is at least something kind of fun to do. Whoa. And there is to track like the favorite things that happen throughout the month, which is fun. I think I'm gonna add this. I think on the September one I put like a line here because I had a lot of flower decorations, like why can't I think of the word? They're sunflowers, but they were in like pots or boxes or something like that, and so I wanted to have like a ground level to put them on. But you know, I don't necessarily need that with this setup that I've got going on. May as well add this up here. I don't know. So favorites works really well, and this summer, like, it worked really, really well because there's a lot of stuff happening this summer that led me to wanting to track favorites. So, you know, it was definitely a good thing. I think a lot of people use a single planner for stuff. So I think what I might try to do for September is figure out a way to do workout stuff in here. Even though I still have my workout planner, I'm trying to consolidate planners going into next year. So seeing if there's a way to have workout stuff in here, maybe track my Apple Watch stats in here, and still I might try that for September just to see how it works, and this might turn into something with that for sure. I have no idea what's going to go here, but now I just want to do decoration on my planner. So just going to have little little pieces of everything going down. There's gonna be some flipping. Sorry, I apologize for that. Kind of want to do this. It's kind of fun. Little notebook. What was always your favorite part of going back to school? Because for me, it definitely was all of the school supplies. And so I'm kind of sad that my daughter is not going to really get that school supplies back to school thing, because we don't need to buy her school supplies. But I'm really excited. She's going to meet just so many people, and I think she's going to have a lot of fun with it. She's a very, very friendly kid, and will be so excited to have new friends and new teacher. I think she's going to really, really enjoy it. Does anybody else have any kids that are going back to school today? Or not today, this year, or starting preschool or kindergarten or anything like that. Preschool was so great for her. She really enjoyed it. She learned a lot. She had some, really fun friends, and friends that we're still friendly with, obviously. And we're actually, I think we're going to do a, like a ski group this winter, because, as I mentioned, all of our Wednesdays are early release days. And so there's a lot of people who have, don't really know what to do. And last year at her preschool, they would do early release day only once a month, which was very nice. Doing it every single day is going to be something else, or every single week is going to be something else. But we went up to the mountain because it was kind of a nice day, and I was like, oh, I wonder if, if we can get ready fast enough that it'll be worth it. And we totally did, which was awesome. And we get up there, and we were taking a break at one point, and she had a little girl from her preschool class the year before, so she's a year older than my daughter, who was there. And I was talking to her mom. She's like, oh yeah, no, I was like, oh, should we try to do this more regularly? And I was like, oh my God, that's a great idea. So then this year, in June, I was like, okay, I talked to all of the kids who are at her preschool, and was like, I think we should start a Wednesday ski group. And all of them were on board. So I'm going to kind of reach out to people as we get closer to the ski season, and be like, all right, let's go skiing. And I think the kids will love it. This is totally not straight. That's funny. So we are gonna do lots and lots of skiing. I didn't really want to use all of these because I wanted to save some of them for the weekly, but that's okay. I'm not that upset about it. What I don't want is the same test one next to somebody else. So we'll put you right there. I got overboard, and that's okay. Sometimes you go overboard, All right, there is my spread for September in my Laurel Denise, the Anne. I gotta try to remember it. It is a standard size, so it's like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on its side, like landscaped wise. So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, so it's a little bit bigger, but it's really, really, I don't mind this size. I carry a very, very large purse, and it fits in perfectly, so I'm not that worried about it. And it's certainly a fun planner. Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know how long this can be, doing these humongous spreads in Laurel Denise's, but I appreciate you being here and watching and staying till the end. If you did stay till the end, please drop a comment, like a sunshine or any emoji. It would be really fun. Please like and subscribe. I had a great time with you today. And if you like this planner, let me know, and I can do like the last few months of the year filmed on this planner as well. So have a great rest of your day, and I will chat at you later. You'll see my hands next time. Bye.